Igbos must learn. Igbos must learn. This is coming from activist Aisha Yusufu, who publicly campaigned alongside Peter Obi Labour Party, a man from the southeast of Nigeria, a man from Anambra State. Now, election all of a sudden became tribal. After Peter Obi won a big chunk in Lagos State, it seems Yoruba people woke up somehow. They are like, you know what? No, we might get robbed in Lagos State, thinking that this is a project for everybody. This seems to be a southeastern project. Why is this so? Because Peter Obi won 98% of the votes in the southeast of Nigeria. This is personal to the southeasterners. Yes. And Yorubas looked at it, they felt that repetition of certain terrible history should not come up again. They said, no, we have to stand up, we have to rise up. And I'm not saying this is the right thing to do or not to do. We are not partisan on this channel. We are not saying Peter Obi is the right candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the right candidate, Sanwo-Olu is the right candidate, this person is the right candidate or not. It is when they get there, that's when you see who they are and what they can do. Why? Because we do not have that system. That is what people still do not understand. We do not have a system that works synchronously without one of the system, one part of the system taking advantage of the other or trying to press, push the other down. That's how it is in countries where things work. The structure is created in a way to work synchronously without one parastatal department, one branch of the government trying to muscle on the other. No, everything is created to work synchronously, like a check and balance. That's how it works. Yes, we might have such institution, but it does not function. That's the truth. We have a kind of autocratic system where the president can overrule the judgment of the court because the court itself cannot be trusted. That's the truth. Now, let us go to the issue on ground. Election took place in Lagos State. Labour Party governorship candidate and many other governorship candidates under Labour Party or any political, Labour Party candidates all over in all ramification, either Senate, everyone jumped on the bandwagon of Labour Party using Peter Obi to ride. And people have been called on to look deep into who these candidates are. Don't just think everything Labour Party is fresh. No, do not look at it that way. There are things that we have to see because some individuals who are criminals will hide under it. Don't forget, like I said at the beginning, our system is very weak. It has been made weak intentionally. Now, Gbadebo Chinedu Rosevival, a man who has dual, tribal connection. He is a Yoruba man by virtue of his father being a Yoruba man. And on the other hand, his mother is from Anambra State, from the southeast of Nigeria. Well, as it is, he is being called Omoyibo. And they said that an Igbo man will not be allowed in. And this became much more clear because Gbadebo could not speak Yoruba language. And they said, even if your mother is Igbo and you claim that you're a Yoruba man, at least speak Yoruba, we will speak Igbo language. You understand Igbo language, but Yoruba, no. They said, no, Lagos State will not be ruled from Anambra State. They said that the influence of Igbo, the influence of Southeast, the influence of the mother is so much evident and vivid on that man called Gbadebo. And they said, no, this will not happen. So this prompted Aisha Yusufu to tell Igbos in Lagos to seek advice on how to handle Yoruba intimidation in the region. There have been talks over the genuine owners of Lagos. They said Lagos is no man's land. And that sounds horrible to Yorubas. They said, how dare you say this? Because we embraced you. Are you people as welcoming as we are in your own region? How dare you say this? We will show you that Lagos belongs to us. We will use whatever way. And this is beneficial to politicians. Either way, it's beneficial to them because they know how to spin tribal sentiment. They know how to spin religion sentiment. They know how to bring up all of this when they want. It works for them. Does Lagos belong to Yorubas or not? Yes, it does belong to them. But we know that there are people who are part of it, who have worked tirelessly, invested tirelessly, enormous investment to make Lagos function as it is. But for Lagos to have attracted people, there must be something that worked for it. There must be something that worked for those people. The sea, Lagos being the capital of Nigeria back then, and Lagos having, Lagos is just positioned in such a way that it will attract great and good things. That's the truth. So what can we say about that? We cannot take it from Lagos. Now, election, like I said, happened in Lagos State. Or let us say there was an election, but did an election actually happen? Because there are claims that some Igbos, foreigners, were physically attacked by Yorubas and they were refused the right to vote. They said, if you are not voting for Yoruba, get out, stay in your home. We will not accept you people coming here because we give you open doors. We welcomed you and you think you want to impose. No, let your Obi stay as Obi in Anambra State or in Aso Rock. But Lagos State it is personal to us. We don't want anything. We don't want any taint. We want Yoruba. It doesn't matter if the Yoruba is from Iragbiji. It doesn't matter if the Yoruba is from this and that. We want a full-blood Yoruba person. But how these things, will eventually turn to be. Now, in response to this tribal conflict, Yusufu urged Igbos in Lagos to travel to Kano. She said the Igbos in Lagos must go and meet their kinsmen. Meet your kinsmen in Kano and learn from them how they stop themselves from being picked on as victims. Those who love peace must learn to organize as effectively as those who love war. Martin Luther King Jr. If you be Igbo and they catch you outside, you see? Well, anyway, as it is, this seems to kind of be, this definitely is going to create a little bit of debate here. And it's just clear that people are saying you cannot, as a stranger, be in another man's land and be contesting superiority in their land, contesting with the owner of the land. The same thing when you are abroad. For those people who live abroad, you cannot go to Saudi Arabia, go to the UK, go to America. Look at the United Kingdom. It's like it's a cosmopolitan, it's a mixed up with different. But at the end of the day, even though they have a man who has Indian heritage as their prime minister, with that, it cannot misbehave because the system works in a different way. You can't say, okay, but it doesn't work like that in Nigeria. That's the problem. That's why I started at the beginning. I said there is a problem in Nigeria, and that problem must be dealt with from the root. We do not have a system that works synchronously together without one trying to muscle on the other. We don't have it. Look at that man. He has that heritage, but they know that this man speaks our language. This man understands our culture. He was born there, and he will not dare in any way behave or try to act in any form of Indian, whatever, apart from religion. He won't. He can't say now I'm going to sign a paper that will allow Indians, soft landing, to come no, they will kick him out to let him know that, man, this has to be 100% British. You cannot. So we have to get all of these things clear. So that is what one person says. Say Igbos are like that. Whenever they have sizable number, they will want to contest, take over the land of those people. He said, civil and peaceful approach to issues don't appeal to them. They always believe they are the fountain of wisdom and knowledge when they know next to nothing about dialogue, but violence. It will continue to be difficult for them politically should they refuse to change their mentality to political power, agitation, and contesting. And that is one thing that we need to say the truth about. It is the truth. I know that the Southeasterners did for themselves good this time around. They all rooted for Peter Obi, but that wasn't enough. And Peter Obi could not break into the north of Nigeria. He couldn't break into it. He couldn't break into the southwest of Nigeria effectively. It wouldn't have been easy. But if he had worked on that, maybe we'll be talking something different now, because it will be there will be riot in Nigeria next to civil war. If he had been able, but he wasn't able to. And people saw this as an Igbo mission. That's it. They saw it as an Igbo mission. Now, having said this, saying that somebody should go and learn from Kano, is it possible? It is not even possible for any Igbo man to try anything in the north of Nigeria, to try whatever in Kano. No, it's not. No, it is not possible for them to want to try whatever. In fact, they too will not try it in the north of Nigeria. That's it. It is not possible at all. So everyone is indigenous to wherever they are from. And, all of this boils down to every tribe developing their own part. This will reduce this tension. There is no way that indigenous people of a particular part, even if you like, say you brought all, look at the United States of America. Let's use that as an example. The people that built the United States of America with their blood and sweat are the people they stole all over the world. They stole from Africa, not even all over the world. I'm talking about the world of Africa. Look at them. Do you think that in the United States of America, brown-skinned people are giving extra? No. Look at Kanye West. He's still complaining. Look at the rest of them. They are still complaining because they are not giving. They don't have the opportunity. Look at it. There is always an imbalance. The equilibrium is not equal. The scale is not at equilibrium. Not at all. Even in the United States of America. Why? Because these Caucasians will not allow brown skin people from Africa or minorities as they put them, they will not allow them rise above. Go and listen and watch what Kanye West is always, talking about. He has realized that they want to put them in one particular omnibus. They want to put you in a square. They want you to stay there. Be a rapper, rap about gun, violence, raping, speaking less of women, your women, calling them bitches, calling yourselves niggas. They want him to remain in that. They want him to continue doing the same thing. And the guy said, look, I'm a grown-up man. I cannot begin to talk. I know this is what I did to rise to this point. Now, I want to get into business. I want to have my own clothing. I want to have this and that. And he has been asked, why? You have money. Why don't you go on to do what you need to do? But this man has a problem with that. And I think that's where he needs to grow out. He needs to take the bold step because he has come to realize that creating a niche for himself in that, without associating with the already existing brands like Nike and the rest of them, he looked at it. And I think that's where the man needs to step forward and join hands together with other people if they are focused, if they are not being controlled somewhere, to build up himself. Now, why did I bring this into this? It's for you to realize that when people are indigenous to a place or they have been there before you came, they will always want to hold their ground strong. They don't want you to take over from them, even if they use your blood and sweat to build wherever it is. So, this is a lesson. Build your place. Improve on your place. Build your place. Politicians, stop stealing money, taking the money abroad. Use it to build your country. Be morally upright. Do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, you might end up losing what you have stolen or what you have invested somewhere else. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here.